Steve, and welcome to our show, Shukran. We've heard so many great stories and great things about you. Can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Steve Sosby. I am the president of the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and I've been working and serving the Palestinian people for 30 years. And there's not much more to say other than I'm here with great honor and great privilege to be a part of the Palestinian issue in a positive way. And not much else to say other than how much of a pleasure it is for me to be on your show.
The pleasure is ours to have you in Palestine. Can you tell us, when was the first time you came to Palestine and why?
I came in December of 1988, which was the first year of the first Intifada. I was with a group of college students from the United States for a delegation to see what was happening here on the ground in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. I was active at my university on supporting the Palestinian issue, trying to bring to the American people more understanding and more awareness of what occupation means. We came for 3 weeks during our winter break at the university, and we were able to stay with local families all over the occupied territories, and we saw firsthand the situation here, and actually it changed my life. I saw two things. I saw the resilience and the humanity and the unity and the courage of the Palestinian people, and I also saw the challenges and difficulty of living under occupation and how hard it was for them not having freedom and not having the equality and justice as Palestinians in their homeland. And I wanted to do something to help support them and in a positive way. People heard about these children going to America for treatment and started to bring to me more children who needed medical care. And so I started very slowly trying to place these kids in American hospitals for free. So I was able to get a lot of kids treated and wanted to start an organization to facilitate that, because we started to get more and more kids accepted in American hospitals. I was obliged to start a nonprofit there with the help of some people. Dr. Suhaila and Musa Nasser in California were the ones who really responded to my call for help. And together we started a nonprofit organization to arrange for kids to go to the United States for treatment. And I remember at that time the name Palestine was not one that you were allowed to say openly, but I was proud to support Palestine, and I wanted that name in our organization's name. The whole world and freedom-loving people should be proud to see the name Palestine. It shows courage and it shows dignity.
What was your motivation to start the foundation?
My motivation was to help kids here in Palestine get medical care they couldn't get. But it took one incident for me to really be able to work with a clear vision and a clear idea, and that was during my course as a journalist. I was in Maqasid Hospital, and I met a boy there from Abu Snini family in Hebron who had lost his legs and lost his hand from a bomb. An anti-tank grenade had been thrown at his family. And he and his sister were there in the hospital with so many other injured children. But he was so cute and full of life and full of energy. We had a connection, a human connection. Even though I didn't speak Arabic, he didn't speak English, he was 10 years old, I was just a young student, just finished university. But we had a human connection, and I wanted to help him. So I went back to the US and I took a photograph of this boy and showed it to a doctor where I'm from in Ohio. And he agreed to arrange for this boy free care in the United States, and for him and his sister. So I was able to bring them, with the help of the community in Ohio, to come and get treatment. And this story became much bigger than just two kids. It was a big story in the media. It was a big story in the community. It gave Palestinians outside a chance to contribute and be a part of what was happening here with the Intifada. People were frustrated in their communities outside as Palestinians in the United States to do something other than just give money. For the first time, or one of the few times, broke down the stereotypes of the Palestinians as the way the American media often portrays them, and showed them as human beings, as their children who are smiling and overcoming these terrible injuries. And for most important, is that they got the treatment they needed, that they couldn't get here. And for me personally, it gave me a chance to feel from a human side that I was doing something important with my life, that I was contributing in a way that was serving the Palestinian people and the human struggle here. And also from a spiritual point of view, we're all looking in our lives to do something that's important, meaning, gives meaning to our lives. And this gave me meaning to my life at a very young age. So I was very fortunate and blessed to be able to get these kids treatment.
Steve, you've worked in the medical field for many years. What do you consider a story or an incident that affected you deeply?
Here in Palestine, well, of course, the biggest thing that affected my life was the loss of my wife. But I watched her for 6 months suffer from cancer. We were in Dubai on Christmas Day of 2008 when she was diagnosed with leukemia. And over the next 6.5 months, I watched her fight this disease and getting the best treatment possible. And as an Arab woman, as a Palestinian, showing the courage and the determination to live and to raise her children and you know, to continue her happy life, it wasn't enough, despite the best treatment in the world. And what I learned from that lesson was to do something for children with cancer here in Palestine. So we built in her name and in her honor a department in Beit Jala Hospital that is now open and providing excellent care for Palestinian children who before had to cross checkpoints or get very poor and inadequate care. Now they're getting expert care within their own health system for free. We're very proud of that. So we turned tragedy into something positive. I can't bring Huda back to life. I can't bring the mother of Dima and Jenna back to being their mother, but I can do something in her name and honor and continue to heal these kids here, and that's something I'm very proud of.
Tell us more about the cancer department in Beit Jala.
So it opened in 2013. We made sure that it was accessible to every Palestinian child. And it's an excellent facility with hardworking staff from the Ministry of Health, Palestinian doctors and nurses, who are dedicating themselves to ensuring that their kids get the best care possible.
What message do you send the world about Palestinians and Palestine?
The message that I hope that the world gets from my work or the work of the organization I founded and I run now with so many great volunteers is that this is a human issue, that the freedom for the Palestinians, ending the occupation, bringing justice and equality here to the Palestinian people in their land and those who have been living outside as refugees is a human issue. Nobody should have to live under the control of a foreign country. And I hope what the world will understand is that the Palestinian people are as deserving of freedom, if not more, considering how much they've suffered historically, as any other people in the world. It will bring justice to the Palestinian people, and it will bring a better future to this region. This is the core conflict, not the only conflict, but the core conflict which is causing instability in this region, and it has to be resolved with justice. And those of us who believe in these human values have to act and stand with our brothers and sisters in Palestine and to serve this cause in a positive way, and that's what I'm trying to do with my life.
Where do you want to reach? What's your dream or ambition on a personal level or with your foundation?
with PCRF, our dream is to continue to provide support and develop a more sustainable system. So we identify the weaknesses here, whether they're in infrastructure, like the lack of enough intensive care beds, or the lack of a cancer department, and we fill those gaps. So we continue to grow and take on bigger projects and help improve the overall quality of medical care in the health system here. For me personally, I want to continue to lead this organization and to inspire people to be involved and focusing on doing something for Palestinian children, doing something good, healing them, giving hope and giving inspiration for people to stay involved and to not give up and to keep supporting and keep being a positive influence in the lives of the Palestinian children here.
Steve, it's a great pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much. Our show is called Shukran. Thank you. We want to thank you, Shukran, for everything, for helping Palestinians and standing up for Palestine and the Palestinian cause. Shukran.
Shukran to you. I just want to say at the end here, if you don't mind, I don't want to be thanked. It's an honor for me and a privilege for me to do this work and to support Palestine. And I get much more out of serving the Palestinian people spiritually, intellectually, philosophically, in every way as a human being than I could ever give back. So really, it's just such an honor for me to be here and to support this just cause in a positive way. And I will keep going, and the organization PCRF will keep going until Palestine is free and there's no need for us here.
Inshallah.
Thank you.